He says, my fans. No. Oh, this is Vice Mayor Meadow.
Little barkathon here. Here we go. Okay, here are the deputies. Mikey, come forward, buddy. No, come on, this way. Come on, Mikey, you can do it. I'll get you a treat. You can do it, buddy.
Now, what kind of dogs are these?
These are all American Golden Retrievers. So when a Golden Retriever gets older, they get long hair. And then those two are puppies. They don't have long hair yet. And hang on, I gotta work on. Oh, there. He's just having trouble with his leg. What's going on, buddy? What's going on?
This is the crowd gathered around Mayor Max and Vice Mayor Mitzi. No, is it Vice? No, she's not Mitzi. Mitzi was that other one. Who's this Vice Mayor? I forget. Anyway, most popular politicians in the United States, I'm sure. Loved by both parties and all independents. Back on the PCT after a nice stay in Idyllwild, and today we're starting at the trailhead near Paradise Valley Cafe, and probably going to be going 11 miles up the trail today to Cedar Creek. This area around San Jacinto has been the subject of a lot of discussion on the trail, really since the beginning, I guess, because there's still snow up there. Some of it's kind of deep. There's some slopes with a lot of exposure. There have been tales of people having to self-arrest up here. People asking each other, are you going to take an ice axe? Do you know how to use an ice axe? Are you going to bail at one of the bailout points? So it's just been a real question mark what to do. And we err on the cautious side. Neither one of us has any mountaineering experience. We didn't elect to buy ice axes there in Idyllwild. And if we need an ice axe for it, my feeling is we'd prefer not to do it. So we probably will not do the Fuller Ridge section because we understand that's still has quite a bit of deep snow and some exposure, some risk of long or dangerous runouts if you slide. We're still undecided as to whether we're going to stay on the PCT all the way up to Saddle Junction or bail out at Spittler Peak Trail. Water is also a bit of an issue. There aren't really good water sources, at least not on the trail. You have to get off the trail and take a side trail to get to water or bushwhack through a bunch of vegetation. So be glad when this section's over. We've kind of been thinking about it and unsure about it, so it'll be good to get it behind us. Meanwhile, we have a beautiful day for hiking, way different than the day we came in. It's sunny. High today is supposed to be 65, I think, in Idyllwild. And we started off from the trailhead delayered because it was already feeling warm. So it's just a gorgeous day. The weather's supposed to be good for the next several days, so at least we shouldn't have to contend with weather issues as we're making our way through the San Jacinto area. We just come up a pretty long slog, so we're not quite done with it from the looks of it, but we're reveling in the victory of having made it this far. We think that's Palm Springs area out there, Palm Desert, not sure exactly what, but down there in the valley. Suffering in the heat while we're up here in the brisk mountain air. Hikers sitting around enjoying dinner together and talking about their various experiences.
I'm sure it'll be better. I don't mean to curse. You go for it.
We're camping at Cedar Spring. It's about a mile off the trail. We had to hike down this trail to get here, but got a lot of camping down here. A lot of tents are in here, and this water source is great. So we felt like it was worth hiking down the mile and camping here. There wasn't a lot of camping up at the top at the junction of the trail between here and PCT. So we came down here, and of course that means we got to hike back out again tomorrow morning, but we'll be fresh and it'll be cool. So morning sunrise greets us as we head out on the trail. We're at 7,000 feet now. The campsite we're hoping to get tonight is over 8,000 feet. So it'll be cold up there. It was kind of cold this morning down at 6,400. Kind of walking a ridge between two valleys, so we get kind of a chilly breeze blowing over us. It is just a breeze, not a wind, fortunately. We're looking west here, not sure what lake that is down there. Continuing to make our way towards San Jacinto.
San Jacinto is getting closer and closer. This morning we'd had some pretty steep up, steep down, some pretty rocky technical stuff, so I can't video while I'm walking for sure. But just wanted to show you that. Looking mighty pretty over there.
Tight squeezing through here. This isn't as bad as it has been this morning. And we've had 20 blowdowns so far. Some of them trivial, some of them not at all trivial. So it's been slow going this morning.
We are really climbing today. A lot of climbing, a lot of steep down, only to climb it back up again. A lot of blowdowns, a lot of brushy stuff trying to get through. It's definitely a hard day. We might do a little less than planned, partially because we're in this huge bubble and the campsite we were heading for is probably going to be full, and we're going at a much slower pace. Riding horsey, huh? Okay, get the other leg up.
26.
This is one of the easier blowdowns. There's been some we've had to go under, and ended up having to take our packs off. But this blowdown has a gorgeous view behind it.
This area here is a jumbly mess. To a certain extent, the trail didn't even seem to be here. It seems like it'd been obliterated by a rock slide or something. It's been real difficult hiking today. There's no way we're making our 2 miles an hour today.
We have just come through an area we couldn't film during that area. A lot of blowdowns and boulders and things that just felt very sketchy. It felt like, you know, something could come rolling and might cause a whole bunch of stuff to come rolling. So I was anxious to get out of there. We're actually still kind of got some more stuff like that, but I think we're getting to the edge of it. There was a man a couple weeks ago going through this section and going over a log. It loosened a boulder that fell on his hand and crushed it, and also caused a laceration that made him feel like he needed to put a tourniquet on. And we were talking to one of the rescuers who had gone in and rescued him. So I was kind of nervous going through that area. Anyway, we still have a little bit more, but I think we're out of the worst of it, hopefully. So I believe that middle little area there with snow in it is San Jacinto. So we are getting closer. We are not choosing to go to the top of it though. We aren't mountaineers with ice axe experience, so we're just gonna play it safe.
We're taking the alternate Apache Peak, which means we went up to the saddle and now we're bushwhacking down this slope to get back down to the trail. The purpose of that is to avoid snow on the north face of Apache Peak that some people have said is pretty dicey, but on the other hand, we don't even know if there's still snow, but we just decided to go this way. We're almost down to the trail again. That saddle up there is where we came over. That was published as a possible alternative to Apache, to go the trail around Apache Peak. And so we came over and came down that slope and back down to the trail. Just taking in the beauty.
They have built up the edges with stone on this ramp that we're going up. That's all stone they put in, kind of a wall. As we walk up that ramp.
We ended up not going as far today as we had originally planned, partially because the trail was kind of difficult today, and then also because it seemed like a lot of people were aiming for the same 4-tent campsite that we were aiming for. And it sounded like the only way all those people were going to fit was going to be to Cowboy Camp up there and at over 8,000 feet. We thought that sounded a little cold, so we stopped about 4 miles short. And so our campsite isn't the greatest, but oh well, it'll do. So we're in here and we got some friends in here with us, but this is our campsite. We have some ants over here that we are trying to avoid, so that's why we're kind of crammed into the bushes over here. The ants were right around in here. They seem to have gone to bed. So good night, ants, and hope you don't wake up until after we're gone tomorrow. But look at the view we have. That's Lake Hemet out there. And then to the other side, there was a view out over Lake Palm Springs in that area. So this is a beautiful area that we're in.